Hi there. Now that you've created your course, we're going to look at some of the settings that you can change to customize it. First off, you're probably going to want to change the title of your course from My First Course to something of your own design. So let's look at where we do that. On the left-hand side, there's an area called Settings. And as you see, there's many options here, but we want to look at the course settings, and that's this button, Edit Settings. So I'll click on that, and we see quite a detailed page with several options that we can change about this course. The first and most obvious is this, your name right up here. So I can call this something new, and I'll want to also change the short name. The short name is the one that shows up in the URL field and also in this little address bar at the top, or the navigation bar. So typically we do something very similar. Perhaps it's a course code, course 101, something along those lines. The rest of the fields are optional, only this one needs to be filled out. You can certainly put a description in here, and this will be what shows up on the front page. The format of your course, topics is the default. Weekly is another likely choice if from week to week in your course the content you would like it to appear week by week. Social and SCORM are a little bit special, and we'll talk about those in other videos. Notice that next to each of these options there's a little question mark, and if you click on that you'll get a nice pop-up that describes most of the details of that particular feature. The course start date is available for you to change if you would like the course to only appear or only allow people to log into it after a certain date. If we're using topics format, the news items to show and so forth, or the number of topics can be set in this option right down here, number of topics. So as you work your way down, you'll see several options, most of which you can leave as the default. What you will want to change from time to time is the options about whether you want guests to be able to access your course, and if so, do you want them to have unlimited access, or would you like to be able to give them a password? You can set the password here. Similarly, you might want to turn your course on or off from time to time. If you're working on a new course but you don't quite want students to enroll in it yet or to see it yet, you can make it invisible, that it is not available to students, or make it available. Groups are an advanced feature that we'll talk about later. Similarly, if you'd like to rename your rules, leave those as they are for the time being. You can save your changes, and you should see your updated something new, and here was my short code, course 101. Now if I'd like to actually change the content on my course, I'll need to turn editing on, and I should see several new icons. Now this is a complicated view that students don't ever get to see. Only teachers will have the ability to turn editing on and off, and thus they'll only be the ones able to change the details on this main page. Students, of course, will be able to upload and download files that you give them access to, but only the teacher will be able to rearrange the main page. Wherever you see this little gear icon, that's a button that will let you change the settings for whatever block it's near. In this case, for example, if I wanted to change what topic 1 was and put a little text in here, I could click on the gear. Topic 1 is the default name. I don't want to use that name, so I'll turn that off and instead put Unit 1 Intro. I could make that, of course, whatever I'd like, and here I can put some descriptive text about what this unit is. When I save the changes, I'll see that the name of my unit has changed, and I have my descriptive text there. Each of these blocks can be rearranged by simply dragging it, topic 1 and so forth, and they can be hidden or shown using this button. Now when you hide something, it still remains visible for the teacher, But for students viewing this course, that will be completely hidden. They won't see that there's a topic 1. Now, your course starts with one forum in it, a news forum, that can be used to post messages for your students and have them reply if you choose to open it up to them. The names can be changed with this little pencil icon, Edit Title. We'll just look over these icons for a second. Notice you can move it around either up or down or to the right or the left with these arrow icons. Again, the gear will let you change the settings for it. On any item, if you see this little icon, it means you want to make a copy of the item. If you have a resource that you'd like 2 or 3 of, you could duplicate it. You can delete an item completely with the X button. And again, you can temporarily hide something with the eyeball icon. It will not disappear from your view, but from the student's perspective, they won't see it anymore. Groups and roles are a more advanced feature that we'll leave for later videos. Like all features, there will be a link. In this case, the news forum. We can click on it, and it will take us to the forum, which has no topics at the moment. What I just wanted to show you was that the navigation bar at the top will be the way that you can get back to your course. So you are now within the news forum view of this course. And if we wanted to go back to our main course, we can click on Course 101, the link there, and that takes us home. The Home button takes us all the way up to the top menu, where we see the multiple courses. If you had several courses in your site, they would be listed here. But let's go back into our Something New course. And I'll show you the last thing you'll need for this video, which is how to add activities. If I click on Add an Activity, this is where the fun begins. And these will be covered in more later videos. You'll see several different types of options that you can add to your course, from assignments, chats, forums, quizzes, or static resources, books, files, labels, URLs, and so forth. The difference being activities are interactive and resources are more or less static, things that you would post for students to read or view. Activities are things that students will do in the site interactively. Adding something is as simple as choosing, in this case, let's do a page, and I'll click Add. I'll be taken to the Edit page for whatever that resource is, in this case, a page. I'll get to give this page a name. This is a new page. This is a new HTML page. I'll need to enter a name and description. Anything that has a star and is in red is a required field on any of these editing pages. And I'll say, welcome to the course. This is some content. I'll save and return to the course. And just to see what that did, I had clicked on the Add an Activity button. And now I have that new page that I added. And if I click on it, I will see the new page that I created. Welcome to the course. This is some content. To get back to my default home page, I'll click on the name of the course and it takes me right back. So the next several set of videos will be focused on each of these different features that we can add, these activities or resources, and we'll take you through them one by one.